like at an issuing bank or at a processor?
Well, they might find a champion in marketing or in sales or in product. It's going to be different across the board, though. In a lot of cases, when there's it's a buying committee. Banks have buying committees. They get the top person from each of those categories, and they all kind of make a joint decision. Sometimes there's heavier weight on one side or the other.
So it would be the CMO, the CPO, the Chief Revenue Officer. Is there anyone else involved, like a Chief Digital Officer, a Chief Data Officer?
Technology. Yeah, they're going to have to talk through the technology aspects and what's really going to be allowed, because they're very risk averse. They don't want any systems without extreme diligence connecting to theirs.
Okay, great. That brings me to my next question around the barriers for cloud. For this acquisition, activation, engagement, and retention piece, what would you say the top 3 barriers to adopting a completely cloud-enabled marketing stack would be? There would be, and I'll tell you all 6 of them, and then we can talk through each of one of them separately. One of them would be financial concerns. That's like total cost of migration or all of that. Then there'd be security concerns, for example, cybersecurity risks, psychological barriers, which are like change management concerns. C-level executives are unwilling to sponsor it or something. Regulatory concerns like PCI compliance. Technical barriers, meaning there's like legacy infrastructure or not enough experience in working with these cloud technologies. And then finally, functionality and performance concerns. That would be like, hey, there's not enough, we don't think cloud technologies can do what we're able to do on-prem. So if we start with the first one, out of all these 6, if you rate them, would financial concerns be in the top 3?
I don't think so. I think the top 3 would be around security, regulatory issues, and technical.
Okay. And then can you talk through, can you give me a little bit of an understanding of what kind of security concerns?
Well, I think I said at the beginning, a lot of times they're worried about the hosting environment, whether it's got all the security features. There's an extensive process for vetting that. You have to, at least at Fiserv, for example, you have to pass through about 3 months of security review before you can even be allowed to bring it up to the financial groups and suggest to be purchased.
Okay.
So that's the first hurdle.
Okay. What about regulatory concerns?
I think most of the time the software providers, the cloud providers, have done everything they have to be compliant before they even approach, because they don't want that to be the sticking point.
So is that still a barrier then?
I haven't seen it be as much as the other stuff.
Okay, then what would be the second main barrier?
Technical aspects like connectivity, data flow, reporting, like so that the data is actually in a useful format.
Can you clarify that a little bit more? You're saying the technical barrier here is what?
It's the connectivity of the systems, the APIs, the data flow, and the reporting. Making sure that the reporting is presenting decision criteria effectively.
So how is that a barrier? Is it that
most of these systems don't do those things very well.
Okay.
Am I frustrating you?
No. I'm trying to understand. Okay, so they just don't do it very well. Is there a third one? I guess, barrier to cloud adoption?